Okay, sorry about that. I found the error. There was an error. Let's do this again here. Let me bring this up a bit. So this formula says if if E32, which is the demand in year 2 minus the demand in year 1, is greater than the critical growth times the capacity. So it's 20% times 200. If that's greater than that, and if the growth between 2 and 3, 3 minus 2 is greater than that, and the previous year's added capacity is 0, then add a level. And my error before was I forgot to put the else. So if this isn't true, then put a 0. Okay? So that's the formula that implements that rule, and you can see that it kind of goes through the whole thing here. Now we have a present value of the capacity cost. Now we have it's not a simple formula anymore, right? Because we're adding levels along the way. Oh, and by the way, the capacity has a maximum value, right? The capacity here now. So if this value, this capacity, right, plus the 200 plus an added capacity here. If that's less than the maximum of 8 levels times 200, then put in this value, right? This capacity. Otherwise, just put in the maximum. So we can't go. In other words, we can't go above 8 floors. So that's where that comes into play. Now the costs, we have the present value of the costs. Present value of these added levels, right? So for example, in this one, we're going to look up the number of levels is the number of levels that we've added so far from here, absolute C33 up to here, plus the original amount, which was 4. Right? Okay, we're going to look that's our lookup value. So I'm adding, in this case, I'm adding 1 to 4. So I'm looking up 5, and I'm going to look it up in this capacity table, and I'm going to look for the unit cost, the third column, not the total. Right? The third column, just the additional cost for this one thing, right? And it's the 5th level, so the unit cost is, whatever it is for the 5th level. And then converting that future value to a present value is right here. Okay. And I'm going to add all of those, so I can just copy that formula all the way over the 15 years, add them all up, and then the net present value is just like before, the present value of the cash flow, and the present value of the capacity cost. Right? And that's it. Okay, so that, and here's the expansion plan. I think I already explained that. So if we were to do a simulation here, same as the other one, didn't I do? Oh, I didn't set anything up here. Oh, for God's sake. Okay, this is going to be boring. Oh, I only did it up to, what did I do it up to? 200. Well, let's just do 200. Okay. So the net present value is this. I'm going to look at the net present value of this right here. That's the variable that we're going to look at, right? And we're going to use the two-way table. So we're going to highlight. We're only going to do 200 observations, though. Right? And we're going to do the data. What if? Just like before, the data table, and the column input again is this, and that generates the random numbers. Whoops. What did I do? What did I do? Okay, well, geez. All right, what did I do here? Where does this go? Oh, so this needs to go here. All right, let's see what I did wrong. I don't know what I did wrong. Thought I had it right. So this, all right, wait a minute. This is, I'm going to undo. And let's try that again. Come on. Undo. Whoop. Redo. I guess it doesn't remember. Okay, it doesn't remember this table function that I just did. Let's get rid of it. It's going to be tedious, and I'm sorry about that, but I thought it would be better for you to see me struggling just like you do. So I'm going to just clear everything here. And observation. And let's do this. Let's copy this, because then I don't have to type anything in. We'll do the 2000. What the heck, we're doing it anyway. Let's just do 2000. And the net present value of the inflexible phasing is here. And I think maybe what I did was I should have had that as the top thingy. So what if data table and the column is here? There we go. Okay, so there's the minimum and maximum. We could take these and do it just like we did before. We could copy, and then this is the static version, and paste special, and just paste, whoops, oh, for God's sake. Okay, let's do it one more time. Copy, paste special, values, and then let's divide by in millions. So we're going to take this and divide by 1,000,000. Let's go. I'm going to try to go quickly. This is somewhat slow because there's 2,000 observations here. All right, so there we go. So now I can do the same. I can get the same min-max thing going on here for this in millions. So I'm going to do this one. Minimum. Come on. And then I'll just take this and plug it down here and put max. So it does the min and max, and let's do 50 observations. So the categories, here's the minimum, and then the next category is the max, minus the min, divided by the number of categories. And so all of those are absolute and then I'm going to add that to the previous entry. And so, and then we can just go, what did I say, 50? I went down too far here, about 50 some. Okay, I'm not too worried about specific here. Okay, so now what we can do is do that if. Whoops, let's count if. Once again, these values. Whoops. And I'm going to go all the way down again. There we go. Absolute, right? If anything in there, how many of these are less than this one? Okay. And I'll, let's see, if it's less than that, or I should say less than or equal to that, then put in a 1. And then enter it as an array, just like before. And then this one's a little odd. You'll see that it's pretty choppy. It's not as nice as. Come on, where am I here? Oh, I'm only going to here. See, it's kind of choppy. It's all. Oh, look at that. There's only 3 values. So the bar curve is not going to be quite so pretty. So this is divided by 2,000. I'm not going to bother referencing it. Oh, come on. It's so slow. It's driving me crazy here. Hold on. This divided by 2,000 gives the percentage. And then I'll just copy that down to the bottom, and you can see that it's not going to be much of a curve here. If I do, if I highlight this as I did the other, and then do a chart. You can see it looks a little odd, but that's okay. So there's a 20% or yeah. So anyway, it's not real impressive. So this is the phased option. Right? So we looked at the base case, and then we looked at phasing. Those are the 2 options we looked at. We could look at flexible phasing. I don't have the software to do that, but we could do it by hand by changing the number of levels we start with. That would be troublesome, but we could do it. It's a little labor intensive, but certainly it's possible. So anyway, that's it.